like your weekend served?
You want it calm? You want it groovy? Or you want it edgy?
Your weekend is finally here.
I don't know. Hot like your meal, chilled like your drink, or victorious like us. Whatever you want, we serve it throughout the weekend. Invicta 98.9 FM.
Start your day with a dose of 98.9 Invicta FM. Get up and be victorious.
Wake up!
It's time to be victorious.
In a minute, you will be listening to the program The Dailies Today, a program that aims to provide our listeners with in-depth and comprehensive newspaper headlines coverage. It is also a program that grants our listeners a fair say on opinions and matters of national discourse. However, this comes with great responsibility. Nation building is a task that rests upon our collective shoulders. Therefore, biased, rude, and/or abusive language will not be given a platform here. We urge you to please, always, keep your comments civil.
Good morning and welcome to the Dailies Today, exclusively on the multilingual station, the Victoria Station, Invicta 98.9. Today is the 30th of May, 2026, and this is a review of major stories making headlines in various newspapers. We'll be looking at the development in politics, the economy, security, also sports, and other issues affecting Nigerians. This program is streaming live on Facebook on Invicta FM 98.9. Just go on the live stream and drop your comments based on the headlines that would be read out. We're streaming on Facebook on Invicta FM 98.9. On YouTube is Invicta 98.9 FM online TV. So make sure you go there and subscribe. Let's have you on that platform as well. You can also send your messages via the WhatsApp platform. But before we continue, we would go on a commercial break. And when we return, we start to dish out the headlines this morning. My name is Job Daniel. Let's go on that break. We would be right back.
I want to speak.
Speak! Invicta FM is
Different
from every other station you listen to.
in the town.
Challenge of Nigeria as a free state in 20th century Africa is the need
to revive the stature of man in Africa and restore the dignity of man in the world.
The government is corrupt.
But you are doing exam malpractice.
The government is the one that finished this country.
But you are rigging departmental election.
I beg, they don't hold the citizens accountable.
But in your office, you don't care about the people beneath you.
Whatever the person at the top is doing is a reflection of what's happening at the grassroots. Change indeed starts with you and me. Invicta FM is urging you to say no to any form of corruption.
We'll be right back after this quick commercial break. Are you serious? Are you serious? Invicta FM.
Jolly Johnny akan titi ke magana a yau za mu ga kyakkyawar sani da mutane suka yi wa Maggi Chicken Flavor. Na gaba karanto harufan celery.
S-E-A-L-A-R-R-I-E celery.
Haba mutumina, ka ce kawai ka sauya harufan zuwa salary. To ga damar karshe karanto mana harufan turmeric.
T-U-R-M-E-R-I-C. Turmeric.
Kin yi daidai ga kwali ɗaya na Maggi Chicken Flavor ki ɗauka.
Maggi Chicken Flavor tare da albasa, celery da kuma turmeric mai canza wasa na.
The spread of misinformation, disinformation, and hate speech remains a serious threat to peaceful coexistence and social cohesion. False and unverified information, whether religious, political, ethnic, or tribal, can create tension, destroy trust, and trigger violence in our communities.
As responsible citizens, we all have a duty to protect peace. Before you share any message, pause, verify the source, fact-check the information, think critically about the content, and its possible consequences.
Do not allow yourself to be used to spread rumors, falsehood, or messages capable of causing division.
Peace grows when youth and women speak up. When communities choose dialogue, conflicts reduce. Truth builds peace. Lies destroy it.
Verify before you share. Say no to fake news and hate speech. Yes to peace, unity, and a stronger community. This message is brought to you by the Center for Democracy and Development.
Ready to run your money better? Download Bill Station now. iOS or Android Play Store, just search Bill Station. Or go straight online at billstation.com. Bill Station, no stress, just control.
Even in Nigeria, that hot pounded yam and soup can't wait because a penalty is about to be taken. Deadlines, emails, and presentations can't wait. Even if the match goes into extra time, we are watching. Sleep can't wait. The FIFA World Cup 2026 starts June 11th to July 19th. All 104 games, pigeon commentary, and 4 dedicated channels. Yes, everything can wait. Enjoy the FIFA World Cup live on SuperSport for as low as 6,000 naira per month. Only on DSTV.
I am a woman in leadership, and I should not be an exception. I should be the norm. For before us, there was Queen Amina of Zaria, fearless in battle, cunning in strategy. I am a woman in leadership, and I should not be an exception. It should be the norm. For before us, there was Queen Muremi of Ile-Ife, legendary in her wisdom, selfless in her courage. I am a woman in leadership, and I should not be an exception. It should be the norm. For before us, there was Queen Idia of Benin, powerful backbone of a legendary throne, charismatic enough to raise an army of men. I am a woman in leadership, and I should not be an exception. It should be the norm. For before us, there was Uwaraye Emota, rising from the dust of the market square to helping a king claim his throne. I am a woman in leadership, and I should not be the exception. It should be the norm. For before us, there was Hajaratu Gambo Amatefio Sawaba, bold enough to speak to a room full of grown men at the age of just 17, jailed more times than any other female political activist before or after her time. I am a woman in leadership, and I should not be the exception. It should be norm. For before us, there was Alimotu Belewura of Lagos, Fumilayo Ransom Kuti of Abeokuta, Margaret Eko of Calabar, Efun Shetan Aniwura of Ibadan, and all those Aba women who stood up for what was right. I am a woman in leadership. I should not be the exception. I should be norm. Invicta 98.9 FM.
Welcome back from that commercial break. And now let's go straight to reading out the headlines this morning. We're starting with the Punch newspaper. From the Punch newspaper, this headline talking about insecurity, terrorism, forest routes fueling southwest kidnappings. Terrorism, forest routes fueling southwest kidnappings. Forest and porous border corridors stretching across Oyo, Osun, Ogun, and Ekiti states have become major infiltration routes for bandits and kidnappers entering the southwest, Saturday Punch findings have revealed. Anniversary ADC, SDP presidential candidates knock Tinubu over hardship. Anniversary ADC, SDP presidential candidate knock Tinubu over hardship. The African Democratic Congress and the presidential candidate of the Social Democratic Party for the 2027 general elections, Adewale Adebayo, have criticized President Bola Tinubu's administration, accusing it of deepening economic hardship, insecurity, and public dissatisfaction across the country. Let's go to market issues now. Food imports gulp $2.34 billion in 2025, says CBN. Food imports gulp $2.34 billion in 2025, says CBN. Nigeria spent $2.34 billion on food imports in 2025. Fresh data from the Central Bank of Nigeria has shown. The figure was contained in the CBN's latest quarterly statistical bulletin on sectoral utilization of foreign exchange. NLC urges compliance with ICJ ruling. NLC urges compliance with ICJ ruling. The Nigeria Labour Congress has called on the Nigeria Employers Consultative Association to fully comply with the ruling of the International Court of Justice, affirming workers' rights to embark on strike action. The NLC said attempts by NECA to question or weaken the ruling amounted to a defense of exploitation and selective obedience to international labor laws. And talking sports, talking about the Unity Cup. Eagles, Reggae Boys clash in Unity Cup final. Eagles, Reggae Boys clash in Unity Cup final. Cup holders Nigeria go into Saturday's Unity Cup final against Jamaica at the Valley Charlton Athletic Stadium in London, with the Super Eagles determined to retain the trophy while leaving nothing to chance against the Reggae Boys. For these and other stories, you grab a copy of the Punch newspaper, either online or you go to a newspaper stand. The next paper is the Vanguard newspaper. And from the Vanguard newspaper, it is a waste of time to plan coup in Nigeria, says Defense Minister. From the Vanguard newspaper, it is a waste of time to plan coup in Nigeria, says Defense Minister. The Minister of Defense, Christopher Musa, has declared that any attempts to stage a coup in Nigeria would be a waste of time, insisting that democracy remains far better than military rule. The minister said officers accused of plotting to overthrow the administration of President Bola Tinubu lacked support and would have been resisted even by ordinary Nigerians without military intervention. Still from the Vanguard newspaper, Tinubu at 3. Your era is drawing to a close. Atiku fires at President. Tinubu at 3. Your era is drawing to a close. Atiku fires at President. Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has told President Bola Tinubu that his time was up, declaring that the era of political complacency, propaganda, and governance by deception is drawing to a close, and that Nigerians are preparing to reclaim their country through the power of the ballot. Moving to Oyo, teachers protest, demand rescue of abducted colleagues, pupils in Oyo. Teachers protest, demand rescue of abducted colleagues, pupils in Oyo. Teachers and civil society groups in Oyo State have called on the government to intensify efforts to secure the release of teachers and pupils abducted in Ogbomosho, warning that the safety of educators and school children can no longer be taken for granted. The call was made during a peaceful protest organized by the Oyo State Teachers Action Group with the support of the Nigeria Teachers Congress, NTC. Rising insecurity in Oyo rekindles state police debate, says APC. Rising insecurity in Oyo rekindles state police debate, says APC. The All Progressives Congress APC in Oyo State has expressed concern over the recent wave of kidnappings and violent crimes in the state, saying the development has reinforced the need for renewed national discussions on state policing and subnational security management. The opposition party blamed Governor Sheyi Makinde for what it described as the worsening security situation in the state, citing incidents of kidnappings, murders, and attacks by hoodlums. And looking forward to the Champions League final today, PSG Arsenal final has no favourites, says Luis Enrique. PSG Arsenal final has no favourite, says Luis Enrique. Paris Saint-Germain coach Luis Enrique insisted his team are not favourites to defend their crown in Saturday's Champions League final clash against Arsenal. The League One champions are a thrilling attacking force with more goals than any other team in the competition with 44 goals, while opponents Arsenal have conceded 6, the fewest of any side. For these and other stories, you grab a copy of the Vanguard newspaper, either online or you go to a newspaper stand.
Start your day with a dose of 98.9 Invicta FM. Get up and be victorious.
Wake up!
From the Vanguard, we pick up the Daily Trust newspaper. And from the Daily Trust newspaper, anger as Defense Minister rates Tinubu 70% on security. Anger as Defense Minister rates Tinubu 70% on security. Minister of Defense General Christopher Musa, retired, has stirred nationwide debate after awarding the administration of President Bola Tinubu at 65 to 70% performance. I take that again. The Minister of Defense, General Christopher Musa, retired, has stirred nationwide debate after awarding the administration of President Bola Tinubu a 65 to 70% performance score on security despite persistent attacks, kidnappings, and banditry across parts of the country. Still from the Vanguard, the Daily Trust newspaper. From the Daily Trust newspaper, 2027. 70% of Nigerians have rejected Tinubu, says ADC. Still from the Daily Trust, 2027, 70% of Nigerians have rejected Tinubu, says ADC. The African Democratic Congress has described President Bola Tinubu's 30% approval rating after 3 years in office as proof that Nigerians have rejected his administration over worsening economic hardship, unemployment, and insecurity. Dissociate yourself from PDP presidential race, pro-Wike faction tells Jonathan. Dissociate yourself from PDP presidential race. Pro-Wike faction tells Jonathan. The People's Democratic Party faction, loyal to the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, has asked former President Goodluck Jonathan to publicly dissociate himself from reports linking him to the party's presidential candidate. Ubasani chairs APC Governorship Campaign Council in Ekiti. Ubasani chairs APC Governorship Campaign Council in Ekiti. The All Progressives Congress has constituted a high-powered national campaign council for the forthcoming Ekiti State Governorship election, with Kaduna State Governor Senator Ubasani serving as chairman of the council. Governor Ubasani was appointed chairman of the campaign council by the party on April 24th, 2026, ahead of the election scheduled for June 20th, 2026 by the Independent National Electoral Commission. And talking sports. Barcelona snap up Gordon from Newcastle on 5-year deal. Barcelona snap up Gordon from Newcastle on 5-year deal. Barcelona have signed Anthony Gordon from Newcastle United in a 5-year deal. The recently crowned Spanish La Liga champions made the England international their first signing of the upcoming season in a deal reportedly worth 80 million euros. They beat Bayern Munich in the race to sign the speedy winger and have tied him to the club until 2031. For these and other stories, you grab a copy of the Daily Trust newspaper either online or you go to a newspaper stand. The next paper is The Nation newspaper. And from The Nation newspaper, 2027 PDP Turaki group clash over adoption of Jonathan. 2027 PDP Turaki group clash over adoption of Jonathan. The planned adoption of former President Goodluck Jonathan as the flag bearer of the Turaki group in the People's Democratic Party in next year's election yesterday sparked fresh tension in the polity as the Federal Capital Territory Minister Nyesom Wike threatened to revoke the land titles of event centers, hotels, and other public facilities used for meetings and activities of illegal organizations in the city. Fuel subsidy removal saved Nigeria from bankruptcy, says Tinubu. Fuel subsidy removal saved Nigeria from bankruptcy, says Tinubu. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on Friday defended his administration's decision to remove fuel subsidy, declaring that the move saved Nigeria from imminent bankruptcy and set the nation on the path to economic recovery. The president spoke in Lagos while hosting governors who paid him a Salah homage and joined him in commemorating the third anniversary of his administration. Still from The Nation newspaper, insecurity. Wike to revoke titles of facilities used for illegal political meetings. Insecurity. Wike to revoke titles of facilities used for illegal political meetings. The Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, on Friday threatened to revoke the land titles of event centers, hotels, and other public facilities used for meetings and activities of illegal organizations in the nation's capital. 2027. Allow Tinubu complete second term, Peter Obi told. 2027. Allow Tinubu complete second term, Peter Obi told. A chieftain of the All Progressives Congress, Chief Marcelinus Okechukwu Lemigbo, has advised the presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 elections to exercise patience over his presidential ambition and allow President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to complete a second term in office. And talking sports, from The Nation newspaper, Osimhen named Turkish Super League Player of the Season. Osimhen named Turkish Super League Player of the season. Super Eagles striker Victor Osimhen has been named the 2025 and 26 Turkish Super League Player of the season by football statistics platform Transfer Market after leading Galatasaray to a consecutive domestic title. The individual honor rounds off a historic debut campaign for the 27-year-old forward who joined the Istanbul club permanently from Napoli last July for a league record 75 million euros transfer fee. For these and other stories, you grab a copy of The Nation newspaper, either online or you go to a newspaper stand. Let's quickly go on a commercial break, and when we return, we start to read comments and pick your calls. So don't you touch that dial. We would be right back.
It's time to be victorious.
Invicta FM, we'll be right back.
Jolly Johnny akan titi ke magana. A yau za mu ga kyakkyawar sani da mutane suka yi wa Maggi cikin flavor. Na gaba karanto harufan celery.
S-E-A-L-A-R-R-I-E celery.
Haba mutumina, ka ce kawai ka sauya harufan zuwa salary. To ga damar karshe karanto mana harufan turmeric.
T-U-R-M-E-R-I-C. Turmeric.
Kin yi daidai ga kwali ɗaya na Maggi cikin flavor ki ɗauka.
Maggi cikin flavor tare da albasa, celery da kuma turmeric mai canza wasa na.
Vaseline oceans for you. No be one, no be two, he plenty. This not true. With Cocoa Glow, your skin they glow. Even tone, your shine they show. Aloe Soothe for soft skin, dry skin repair, no dryness. Med extra hydration for strong moisture. Advanced repair, skin good as new. This is how we do.
Vaseline lotions, enriched with extracts, oils, and moisturizing glycerin. Choose the lotion that gets you.
Oh, yeah, choose your own. Make your skin in the show. Vaseline lotions for you. Ooh, yeah, 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 yeah.
Follow all the action as all the whole football league they end. Who go win the title for Premier League, La Liga, and Serie A live only for Super Sport on Top Go TV. Reconnect today. Go TV. Love it.
Mu je zuwa. Lokaci yayi da za ku inganta tafiyar da kuɗaɗenku. A sauke manhajar Bill Station na iPhone da na Android. Kada ku yi sake fa, hanzarta shiga shafin billstation.com. Ana iya biyan kuɗaɗen abubuwa daban-daban ko yin transfer da sauran mu'amalar kuɗi duk a wuri ɗaya. Bill Station na sauƙaƙa tafiyar da kuɗi. Abokaina, lokaci kuɗi ne fa.
Nura Sale jajaye, amma gaskiyar magana ita ce addininmu yana karfafa kula da lafiyar uwa da tarbiyyar yara cikin nutsuwa da jin kai. Ai tun da yin tazara haihuwa yana taimakawa mace ta warke da kyau, lafiyar jikinta ta dawo sosai bayan haihuwar da ta yi a baya har ta samu damar kulawa da yaranta cikin kwanciyar hankali, to wannan ba haramun bane, illa dai wannan wata hikima ce mai alfanu. Kuma ba laifi bane idan mace ta nemi mafita. Addini baya son wahalar da kai, don haka kula da lafiyarki da tsara makomar iyalinki ibada ce.
Ziyarci cibiyar lafiya mafi kusa domin farawa ko a kira lambar waya 222 wannan sako ne daga ma'aikatar lafiya tare da tallafin gamayyar kungiyoyin Pronet da FEM.
Manufar da kyautuwar iyali, uba, 'ya'ya da ma'uwa.
Akwai abin da nake tunani, abubuwa za su canja. Hiron ta yana gaban ka. Saya hero on ta mashin. Yana da kyawu. Hero on ta mashin. Baya sa kashe kudi, baya shan mai. Hero on ta mashin. Yana da gudu sosai. Hero on ta mashin.
Samu damar ƙara tattala manka tare da adana kuɗaɗenka tare da sabbin nau'ikan Hero Hunter Kickstart Alloy da aka sabunta. Yanzu ana samun su a gurin dillalai mafi kusa da ku. Ƙarin tazarar tafiya, sauƙin kashe kuɗi. Domin ƙarin bayani sai a tuntuɓi 0800
A koda yaushe yarana suna kokarin koyon karatu, guje-guje cikin wasa na rage musu kuzari. Yasa kullum bana rabuwa da Milo a gida.
Ni da mai gidana mun dace da zaɓi mai kyau. Ina godiya da farin ciki kasancewar Milo an yi shi daga sinadari masu inganci kamar su dawa, madara da koko. Shi yasa na tabbatar da yadda yake inganta lafiyar yarana tare da basu kuzari da safe.
This Saturday on Invicta 98.9 FM Kaduna, prepare for a conversation filled with insight, vision, and the pulse of governance. Toyin Alabi brings you another powerful edition of Guest of the Week. This week's distinguished guest is Malam Ahmed Miyaki, the Honorable Commissioner of Information and Culture, Kaduna State. A voice at the center of government communication, a key figure in shaping public engagement, culture, and information management in Kaduna State. Malam Miyaki steps into the spotlight for a rare and revealing conversation. Beyond the official statements and public appearance, questions. Who truly is Ahmed Miyaki? What are the ideas, challenges, and untold perspectives behind the man entrusted with the voice of government? From governance and public communication to culture, development, leadership, and the future of Kaduna State, this promises to be an engaging and thought-provoking encounter, insightful, revealing, and absolutely unmissable. Join the conversation this Saturday from 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. only on Invicta 98.9 FM Kaduna. Invicta FM, the Victoria Station.
I been sit down for side, they look waiting politicians they do for my country. I can't begin vex with how them take the run things. From pack to loot and later tiff. The situation too vex me. I can't decide to get my PVC to vote all of them out. After election, them still win again. This time, the matter come to vex me until when I realize, say, only me no fit to vote out bad leaders. I use vex, buy material, so agbada, come join politics. I tell myself, say, if I no fit to vote them out, I go there myself to change the situation of all Nigerians. But after I win election, Ogbanje enter my body. Me self come begin to tiff and pack money. Nigerians, now we they do ourselves. Good leadership, they start from homes. Train your children with good morals and values. And when them reach up there, if a political Ogbanje see them, it go run.
Welcome back from that commercial break, and this is where we get to pick calls, and let's get to hear your opinions as regards to the headlines that have been read out. And a note of caution, I know that some of the headlines may sound, well, not so well, but doesn't mean that you should go above board. So please keep your comments civil. Let's be very civil and let's be matured about our comments. Let's, regardless of whatever. Because, this is radio. You can have that conversation privately or maybe on your social media page. Say whatever you want to say and however you want to say it. But this is radio. This is quite sensitive. Let's be civil. Let's be matured in our submissions. When you go above board, well, I may just have to excuse you off the air so that other people can call. So let's be mindful of things we say and stick to the time and stick to the headlines and only the headlines that have been read out this morning. The numbers to call are 081 40,000 989. 081 40,000 989. Line 2 is 070 87 800 989. 070 87 800 989. You can send your messages on the WhatsApp platform on 090 98 900 989. 090 98 900 989. And you can also send your messages via the live stream on Invicta FM 98.9 on Facebook, and on YouTube is Invicta 98.9 FM online TV. So just go there, go drop those comments, and please go through your messages before you send them, because some people's spellings, construction, even punctuations too, makes it quite difficult for us to be able to read those comments. So thank you as you comply with the rules of this program. The numbers to call once again is 081 40,000 989, 070 87 800 989. Hello, good morning.
Hello, my brother, the wise man. Good morning.
The elder wise man, good morning.
I see Madu from Idi Musamanto.
I see Madu, go ahead.
My brother, let me begin with Wiki.
I see Madu, your radio, please. Can you turn it down?
I'm far from the radio.
Yeah, but it's still echoing. So just turn it down.
To me, Wiki is trying to manipulate everybody. Why is he trying to revoke license of some people simply because of events? He should be so democratic. Because if we are talking of democracy, it's a freedom. But we are to get everybody to move into one party simply because of greed. Please let Wiki be Democrat and let presidency coalition Wiki, because the way he's trading and the way he's even talking, there's nothing like democracy. It is monopoly. Please let us practice democracy and let democracy work in Nigeria. Because what we are practicing now, it is not democracy. People have no freedom. So getting everybody into one party, it does not mean that we are democracy. So we are playing with our democracy. What God has given us, we are taking it for granted. Please let them be Democrat. Secondly, our chief says no, there's no way for a coup. That is what he says. But if the democratic people, democratic leaders that we are elected, they are not giving us, people will be yearning for another different thing. So it is not a matter of a coup. It is a matter of letting people free and let them enjoy the benefit of democracy. But when they are saying it is waste of time for coup, they should be careful, because what they are saying is different and all people are feeling in their bodies different. So let them be careful of how they are treating or how they are leading Nigerians, so that they will not be leading us into different paths when they say it's not possible for a coup. Nothing is impossible in Nigeria. So let them be very careful and let them do the needful. Thank you, my brother, for giving me that time and my brother.
All right, thank you so very much, IC Badu. Okay, I'll just be interchanging them this morning so that we can have balance and have time. This one is from Marking Today Jacob in Television. That's on WhatsApp. It's a waste of time to plan for military coup by Christopher Musa, that's the Minister of Defense, shows he has joined them in supporting Tinubu, while average Nigerians are living in abject poverty and insecurity. Christopher Musa is now enjoying Tinubu's government and forgot how he started. Teachers protest over the abduction of school students. It is a good idea. Tinubu wants to continue ruling but cannot fix the country, especially in the area of hunger and hardship. Okay, still picking calls. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Joe Daniel.
Yes, good morning.
My name is not Felix Bagudu from...
All right, Felix Bagudu, go ahead.
I am not happy with Christopher Musa this morning because of that statement he made. See, that coup of 18 can be able to prepare this nation in a good way. Because since the coming of APC in this government, but up to today, we cannot be able to live in peace towards one another. This coming of APC brings great division in this nation and see the rate of hardship again. But why Christopher Musa will make that kind of speech on this platform is bad. That pained me this morning, because if could be at least the democracy can be able to adjust. Now, since the coming of democracy in this country, we are not living in peace in this country, and there's no happiness towards one another and no love again. That thing they pay me, that statement when he made this morning concerning Obi. That statement that man utter concerning Obi say make them leave Tinubu do 8 years. This ordinary 4 years of Tinubu, see the kind of hardship we they face and rate of poverty. Hardly you see somebody eat 2 square meals in a day. That thing they pay me. That's my statement this morning.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, let me take another one from right here. Hello, good morning.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Yes, good morning.
How was the weekend, my brother?
Bless God.
Okay, I still remember Musa and Engineer Emmanuel as usual.
All right, go ahead.
The president told us that removal of subsidy, if they have not removed it, Nigeria should have gone into poverty. I asked Mr. President with all due respect, under his administration for 3 years, Nigeria have gone into poverty. Even though subsidy have been removed. You told us that if you remove subsidy, no more borrowing. You have borrowed more than the previous president, and you are still borrowing, and you are telling us that we should have gone into poverty. Are we not only have impoverished the people? What policy of yours that can better the life of the people, or let the people that are singing on your mandate? They are the ones cashing out, they are the ones smiling to back. So you should not tell us anything. Somebody is telling Peter Obi to allow Tinubu to finish 8 years. He will not finish 8 Atiku talk that he has a very short time. That is just it. We're just waiting for 2027 to come so that we vote him out. Now, 70%, Tinubu have performed 70% in security. What a shameful statement. That's those children that were adopted, that the teachers are crying. One of the teachers' head were beheaded. The small child were there. Even if the grandchild of Tinubu, we have to be there but up to this point. So when people try policy, does it mean that the integrity have a question mark now? Christopher Musa that when he was the minister, chief of defense, what the good work he did. Now that he has joined, we had the Babariga of APC. Now he's singing, talking at their brain. A shameful statement.
All right, yeah.
Any government that cannot secure lives and property to Daniel has failed.
All right, thank you very much.
And he has no right to answer for second time.
All right, thank you very much.
God bless our country, Nigeria.
All right, thank you very much. Well, everyone is entitled to his or her opinion. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Okay, you're not saying anything. Okay, let's still go on WhatsApp. This one is from Engineer Chris Idoko from Godungora. He says the rising wave of insecurity across the country, particularly in parts of the southwest and Oyo State, is becoming deeply alarming. Hardly a day passes without reports of kidnappings, violent attacks, or other criminal activities that leaves citizens living in fear. The primary responsibility of any government is the protection of lives and property. Therefore, when insecurity continues to worsen, despite repeated assurances, it raises serious concerns about the effectiveness of the measures being put in place. Many Nigerians are beginning to feel vulnerable and uncertain about their safety, whether at home, on the highways, or even in their place of business. Okay, well, quite lengthy. I can't go through all of them. And on Facebook, I can see messages, tons of them actually. Let's so help me God. Let's see how we can just go through all of them. All right, Habib Saeed led. Good morning. He says, God bless my country, Nigeria. Usman Isa Bilal. He says the comments of Atiku to Tinubu is absolutely right. Nigerians are suffering and tired of this multiple sufferings. Also, over 80%. That's not what the headline actually said. It says 70% of Nigerians have rejected Tinubu. Okay, but well, that's your own addition. But what my headline said, 70%. That's what it said. As ADC said, with the removal of fuel subsidy, Nigerians have become more poorer, and the country also has become more indebted with both foreign and domestic loans. Thanks for democracy. In 2027, Nigerians will go for a better change, a change for another good government. Solomon Barrow. Anniversary ADC as STP presidential candidates knock Tinubu over hardship. Well, Tinubu is going. Okay. Nigerians only read and hear about hellfire in the holy books, but unfortunately the harsh policies of the president has no different. Okay, all right. Under his administration, Nigerians have witnessed hard times. I will urge the opposition parties to to queue on Goodluck Jonathan to rescue this nation from looming. Okay, well, that's why I always say, please go through your messages before you send them. Ibrahim Muhammad Kadi from Rigasa. He says, God bless our dear country, Nigeria. Aaron B. Tanko, good morning, says, may God bless us all. Emmanuel Didon says, the Nigerian leaders focus on how to tackle, our leaders should focus on how to tackle insecurity, which is killing and abducting innocent citizens first before talking about 2027 elections, because it is only God that knows who is going to stay alive till 2027. And I still want to use this medium to remind the government of President Bola Tinubu to put more efforts to see that they rescue the kidnapped Oyo students and teachers. Please, may God help Nigeria to overcome every challenge confronting the country. Joseph Nwarogu says that may God bring an end to the killings and kidnappings in Nigeria. Mark Augustine, good morning. The Lamiko Akili, good morning. Barry Audu says, I would rather watch PSG winning the Champions League than Arsenal. Okay. And this one is from Dr. Mrs. Mao Lebara. It is sad that our democracy is on clutches. 3 years of uninterrupted hunger, 3 years of uninterrupted darkness, excruciating pains, anxiety, killings, uninterrupted corruption, tumbling kidnappings, and tumbling economy. Why must this generation be fast in losing all forms of godliness? The problem is that our leaders lack the passion and creativity. We can't continue living in pains and penury. We need focused and visionary leadership. We must get it right in 2027. Jesse Idika, it is more than worse, because how can children remain in the bush for up to 10 days? No visible action. Okay, right, use of language there. So let's ensure that I talked about let's be civil with our comments. Ayuba Gwentu, good morning. And this one is from Andrew Timothy Jafaru. Good morning. More messages just dropping in, and let's pick more calls. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, good morning. Your name and where are you calling from?
This is Tijani from Kakuri.
All right, Tijani, go ahead.
I just want to comment on the 17% of Nigerians child by this government. My people, it's not 70% it's 90%.
Well, that's what the headline said. So,
I'm saying my own.
Okay, good. Okay, good. All right.
Because if you go inside Lungu, where the poor people are living, you will know that it's not 70%, it's more than 90%. So I'm appealing to oppositions to come together and rescue this country from this administration that is finishing us left and right. Please, let the opposition come together and remove this administration from our front. Well, on your case, please, they should do something about it. They should rescue these children by all means and the teachers. Thank you very much and have a nice day.
All right, Tijani, thank you so very much. Still picking more calls. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. This is Victor from Kamazo.
All right, Victor from Kamazo, go ahead.
I don't know that you don't think that when somebody gets government, before you know your life will change. What Christopher Musa was trying to say, we don't understand. We are just watching them. People you will see them today. Does it mean that if somebody join politics today, you must go to hell? You will not see the truth. We don't understand what is going on in this point. I don't know the youth now that who have been, but how will we be seeing this to want to learn? What are we going to tell even our next children? So person was the minister, he's still 200 billion. Is it what we are? I don't know. Is it not the same Democrats that we did? I will tell you, based on this permanent election, most of us have not watched them in TV like before. We don't watch permanent election in TV. But now, no light. We don't hear anything. We don't hear. So let me go on the weekend. If they have turned to God, leading us who is going to be. There is something let me say. It's not because of police and soldier. Let me tell you. I've worked with somebody calling himself on with police and soldier. They cannot be anything. Because you can't talk to people like that now. It's just they can't be soldiers and police. That's what we call democracy. When soldier and police are with you, you feel that they are God. Go and talk to people anyhow now without police and soldier. You will see that. So that is the big, even the rigging of the election is police and soldier. There's no police and soldier. You can't rig my election now. When you can't, I can't. It's probably just police and soldiers. And that's the big problem that we have. So, I think if the military and the police are going to, Nigeria is going to be a great country. But they are taking us back. May God bless us.
All right, thank you very much. More calls. Hello, good morning.
Good morning,
Yes, good morning.
Yeah, this is Mike from Barnawa.
Mike from Barnawa, go ahead.
Got $2.3 million in 2025. Yes, because of these evil people that have scattered all over our farms and the forest. So why must it not be like that? So if they want this country to be okay, say government should try and neutralize these people. If not, maybe by 2026 they will tell us it has got even up to $5 million. This is the time that Nigeria should wake up. Government should wake up to their responsibility. They are those guys, they are sleeping. Enough is enough. They should wake up because a country like Nigeria, we are not supposed to suffer in the midst of plenty. Teachers protest demand, rescue of adoption of teachers and pupils. Why are we like this? It is condemnable. In a civilized society, this cannot happen. You've done it. Why is it like that? That up to this present moment, these people are there in the forest together with toddlers and our leaders. I'm very sorry you say I should not call them the so-called leaders, but these leaders that we have today, they can go to sleep with two eyes closed without thinking of all these things. Tell me, if one of their children is among of these people, or one of their kids or kin is one of these people, will they not rescue them since all this period? Till this period, honestly, they've done it. Toddler, who is like a great-granddaughter or great-grandson to them, I don't know, that toddler, whether it's a male or female, till this present time is there. They hack a teacher, remove his, he became headless. And our people can, this so-called leader, they can go to sleep.
All right, Mr. Mike, thank you so very much.
On weekend.
Thank you very much. Your time is up. Thank you. All right, thank you very much, Mr. Mike. Please, let's, because I don't know where that talk is headed. All right, this one is from Mr. Shemang. It's no longer news that there's hardship, suffering, and insecurity diversifying, though trying to avert insecurities, unlike the previous administration. It says a nation well endowed, yet the ambitions of leadership continue ruling next year. Okay, now this. Okay, it says that they do not value the welfare of the electorates. And my question always is, if all are killed, who would they rule? Again, who knows tomorrow? Okay, all right. Well, quite lengthy. I always preach. Let's use simple and straight, conversations, because I'm trying to really comprehend what is there. All right, this one is from Chief Pius Acha. Says teachers protest in Oyo for insecurities. Governments should take insecurities issues serious. Consider election is coming. This one is. From Victor Sule. He says, mercy will speak for Nigeria. Nigerians come 27 by God's grace. This one is from Sabo Easy Miganga. He says, from Gonungura. He says, anger as Minister of Defense rates President Tinubu 65 to 70% on the contrary, sir. We Nigerian citizens rate him 0%. Dissociate yourself from Prowike, from PDP. Prowike tells Jonathan, it's a good one. Please let the former president respect himself and remain respected. Congratulations to Barcelona for their newly signed player. This one is from Barrister Fauzi Garbayawa from Kabazo. May God grant Arsenal victory in today's Champions League final. Government should do everything possible to ensure the release of the abducted school children and teachers in Oyo. Taking into consideration the dehumanizing situation they are presently facing in the forest. This one is from Abdul Hakim Asiyombi. 90% of people in Nigeria are rejecting the government of Tinubu, not 70%. Well, that's your take. But the headline said 70%. So please, let's always stick to our headlines. All right, Malam Ibrahim Sani from Ungwensanusi. He says, my comment today is about 70% of Nigerians reject APC administration for a second term because of hardship. That's very true. Removal of fuel subsidy, multiple taxation causing all forms of hardship to Nigerians. We wish Atiku and his party good luck. May Allah continue to help our country and choose the best leader for Nigerians. And this one is from Abdul Ubele. Well, time will not allow me to go through all of them because I can see so many messages this morning. Victor Juji, I can see you. Thank you. And I can also spot Samson from Lokoja Road. Oladimeji Said, thank you for sending a message. Akia Stephen from Ngwamboro. And the last one, okay, this has no name. Okay, and okay, Tofika Bomide on Facebook. I can see you, Young Gados. Simon Christian Abose Deajayi. Okay, thank you very much for sending a message. Richard Samuel, Andrew Isa, Chap Maxwell, Nathaniel, Engineer Tidze Delia, and also I can see Wakot Emmanuel and Nick Inua. Thank you for sending a message. Victor Adiba, and also I can see, okay, the New Era. Thank you so much for sending a message. And Rachel Kasang B. Tacho, okay, says, I pray for a better Nigeria. More grace, thank you. And Morris Martins, thank you so much for sending a message. The program makes a return tomorrow, being Sunday. My name is Job Daniel, urging you to have a beautiful and a wonderful weekend.
Thank you for participating in the program The Dailies today. The thoughts and opinions stated by our various contributors on this program of Invicta 98.9 FM radio, its website, and or its other social media platforms do not reflect the thoughts and or opinions of the station. Listeners are urged to use their own discernment to draw their own conclusions for a better Nigeria. We emphasize the importance of keeping an open mind and not misconstruing the headlines. Invicta FM, together we are victorious.
Invicta 98.9 FM.
A koda yaushe yara na suna kokarin koyon karatu. Guje-guje cikin wasa na rage musu kuzari. Yasa kullum bana rabuwa da Milo a gida.
Ni da mai gidana mun dace da zaɓi mai kyau. Ina godiya da farin ciki kasancewar Milo an yi shi daga sinadari masu inganci kamar su dawa, madara da koko. Shi yasa na tabbatar da yadda yake inganta lafiyar yarana tare da basu kuzari da safe.
Jolly Johnny akan titi ke magana. A yau za mu ga kyakkyawar sani da mutane suka yi wa Maggi Chicken Flavor. Na gaba, karanto harufan celery.
S-E-A-L-A-R-R-I-E. Celery.
Haba mutumina, ka ce kawai ka sauya harufan zuwa salary. To ga damar ƙarshe, karanto mana harufan turmeric.
T-U-R-M-E-R-I-C. Turmeric.
Kin yi daidai, ga kwali ɗaya na Maggi Chicken Flavor ki ɗauka.
Maggi Chicken Flavor tare da albasa, celery da kuma turmeric mai canza wasa na.
Tired of stress when paying bills?